Good evening. Welcome to the Mancunian Way. My name is Martin. I'm your host. And we're gonna get into it all. Pat, good evening, mate. How are you?
Hello.
Eating your breakfast, mate. You know, chilling away.
I promise you'll be at 100% once I'm fully charged on Vegemite and
yeah, we are trying something tonight. We've decided because everyone else is doing it. I thought we'll try it, see what helps. We're going live on Twitter because I know Andy does it, LB does it, so I thought we'll try it. My internet is glitching at the moment. I know why it's glitching. I'm just going to make sure it's. So, well, we'll see how we're going. MCFR, hello. I'll be watching from Copenhagen, Dublin. Can't wait.
Denmark.
Hope you're having a lovely time.
Denmark.
Oh, sorry, did I not pronounce that in the correct way for you, though?
No, you've mistaken a country for a city and island. Copenhagen, Denmark. You said Copenhagen.
Nothing to do with accents, then, mate. I'm out in all the panel on the chat. I just like to say, if you are social media platforms, yes, share them all around by all means. Hit that, smash that thumbs up as well. Thank you very much. I was very happy with the result yesterday. Crystal Palace, a hard game to go away. 7 games left, 20 points, 21 points left to play for. Yeah, and only 1 point behind. But everyone was having kittens last week and was saying we were a bag of crap. It's amazing what a week does. Wishing everyone in the chat all the best from Dublin, especially DC Alex Johnson, Muddy Duck, Big Morgan, Pardo Oaks, and all the rest of the crew. Treble, calm down. I'm not on the board. I'm not on board yet. Mingy Wong says, hi, guys. I'm not sure if going to Twitter is really killing us at the minute. Hang on. We have got 33 views, so hello to the 33 people live on Twitter as well. If you are new, give it a big thumbs up and maybe a subscribe. That would help your channel. I wasn't late this time, no. Nobby's Network, I guys still not feeling it for the title, just an opinion. It's not that we give goals away. It's the goals that we could have well been avoided. That bothers me. Hope I'm very wrong. I think you will be, but maybe I'm being too optimistic. Watching from Northants, originally from Stockport. Good lad. Stockport lad. Phil Foden's neighbour. Why has KDB only got one arm and a thumbnail? Because it's covered up with our black overlay. Stop being naughty, you. I sent you a link if you're coming on. Also, there will be a little announcement at the end of the show. I will go through. And before anyone knows, yes, I know Joe Kinnear has sadly passed. I'm avoiding for a reason. It's a personal reason, especially right now, that I'm now quickly going to move on from before I burst into tears. Hello, Treble winners, because I will be explaining what the announcement is at the end, because I may be going on a little bit of a hiatus. Thank you, Michael. Nice to see you earlier on 9320 podcast. DC sending a lot of love. Someone said his legs are gone the other day. Maybe he meant his arms. Well, the person who wanted to put him out back and shoot him like Old Yeller is not on this evening. So, of all the nights we wanted to, Rich will be joining us. And Rich, there will be no FFP or no arguing tonight. Promise you. But Rich did say, by the way, afterwards, privately, that I was actually right, but not bad. It was a little bit of protect the channel because I was saying something was corrupt. He was using my own rule against me, which was a bit naughty. But we're all friends. We're all fine. We spoke 5 minutes later. Me and Rich are perfectly fine. Please do not worry. Please give us subscribe to MCFR TV as well. Yes, all the links are down below. Don't forget to smash that like. Michael Feeney, Nobbins Network, thanks, mate. Is he ready? Are you ready, Rich?
I am ready.
Evening, mate.
I am indeed.
Blugo, Evening, mate. SOS is in the building. DC saying hello. AK's in the building. Mo is so anti-set. Listen, Mo's anti everything. See at the minute. Evening Blues massive win. Yes, Martin title race wide open, says Danny. See what I mean? Evening all, Alec Johnson. Excellent attack, shit defense. I don't care how we frigging play. I'm going to get into it in a minute, but performances can go in the bin for me for the next 7 games, except the Champions League, Premier League. I don't care about performances right now. Hey, kids, says Lee Williams. Mo is always going to twerk for Arsenal. Evening, everyone. Please get a message out about this fantastic channel. Thank you so much. I hope Face Thompson's in the building. Hello, hope you are well. City Blue Peter, good evening to everyone. Great to be down the pub again. Loads of you in tonight. Welcome. Maybe we start doing post matches day after all the time here. Just been watching Lee Gunner. He's aware of City danger. I've not seen anything, mate. I've been too maxed out today to see anything. I've not even seen the United game. I've seen the result. That's it. Please, no long debate on future house. I'm God. Rich is on his best behaviour tonight. I promise you, Pardo. Evening Blues for Peter incoming, says Super City with the Sharks. I'm loving it. 31 in the chat. There's now 191 in the chat, plus 53 people on Twitter. So there's over 200 technically right now. I think we can win the Premier League. So do I. Good evening to all you beautiful Blues. And Pat, says Mark. Sorry, he didn't want to. Just while Pat's got a mouthful of Vegemite and toast.
Ah, yuck.
Exactly.
Is that Vegemite?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Wrong one.
You Australians have a lot to answer for, and Vegemite is the biggest one.
So do you. So do you. Your ancestors put us here.
It was a joke, bloody hell. Hang on a minute. Views just dropped by 100. I'm joking. No. Listen, no, but Vegemite, you need a.
Basically, you can say the views went down under. Hey.
Saying that, we need a swift kick for Marmite. Great music, Martin. Thank you. I like it. Even though some take the piss.
That gluten.
Hi, Martin, and Pat says, Wayne.
Treacle that you call food.
What?
Marmite.
That was in Orc speak.
I don't know what that was.
It was something about gluten.
I thought Pat was having a moment. Get them Sharks going, Charlie. I love it, mate. A1M, thank you for continuing your service and your service support for your channel. 10-month membership. You are amazing. Big up, Martin, you legend. No, you are the legend, mate. We can do it. The mesh. I love it. By the way, how did you find Villa? Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a great time. Still points to play for. Arsenal will slip up. I once had a great pint of Guinness in Copenhagen. You can't talk where you live. Evening, girls. Say watching the last episode of the Treble Series. I won't tell you what happened at the end, but you'll all love it.
It's a bit of a twist, though. I wasn't expecting it.
Did you shut up? Did you see what the Did you see what the BBC put out? They all had a whinge because there wasn't enough 115.
I know.
It's an ongoing legal case, but they want it in a documentary. Like,
well,
there's nobody knowing the law anymore.
Yeah, but not just a documentary, but a documentary made by City and sold to Netflix.
So we're gonna have a chat about 115. We're not before anyone gets.
Yeah, that was we made that, and Netflix picked it up. City were going to release it on.
Hang on a minute, Alan Stark is here, the real king of the Mancunian way, Sir Alan. Good evening, whoever you are. Listen, I love the idea, but don't pretend to me, Alan. We are friends with him. We talk to him every day. We know who he is.
Give this guy a chance. Come on.
I've not had a go at him. I've just no, because yesterday he was on a show saying he was Alan.
Good. Give him a chance.
Yeah. Alan version 2 might be better.
What?
Alan version 1.
Oh, right. So you're saying Alan version 2 might be better than the
He might
actual.
be a breath of fresh
You
air.
should see.
All I want to know is the real king of the Mancunian way. Are you actually positive or are you negative? Which one are you? If we played 31 doesn't mean there are 8 games left. What? There's 7 games left.
Yeah, 7.
Played 31, played 38, there's 7 left.
Doesn't matter. We need to win them all.
Yeah. So there's 21 points left to play for. There's loads in the chat here. Your video, is the video still laggy? Let me know if it's still laggy.
Not as bad as it was a few minutes ago.
Right. I think my son's come off his PlayStation. Hope you're having a great show. We're trying, mate. If you defend like we did against Crystal Palace yesterday, we'll take a tanking at home. And the home leg will be a dead rubber. I think you'll perceive about Tuesday night there. Blue Tone, thank you for your very generous donation there, mate. $1.99. Plus, Blue Tone, stick around the next week, 2-3 weeks. There may be an announcement towards the Alzheimer's stream. Very kindly donated by people. But we'll talk about that more because I'll bring Blue Tone on to a show in the next few weeks to talk about that. Good show, lads. City got about to go 7-4-7. I'm with you. Totally with you. Bellingham gets booked on Tuesday. He misses the second leg. Yeah. How are we for bookings? I think. Isn't Diaz the only one? Or have I missed that somewhere?
I think so.
I don't know, actually.
I'm not sure. I'll look into that. I'll be honest with you. I've not done a lot of research, and my head's been so far up my own ass today. It is unreal. These lads know why. I will explain all fully at the end. Speaking of the fake Alan, let's introduce the real Alan.
Good
morning. Good morning.
Side by side now.
Oh, God. Bring the fake one, please.
Thank you for that, Patrick.
Alan, you got a stalker in the chat, mate.
Yep. I've got stalking, have I?
Yeah.
Your graphics are like you're filming with a potato. What? Whose graphics?
What's all that about? I see. We had a reasonable result last night.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I am going to read Alan's messages out from Saturday, live on air. My God, I thought we got beat.
I was wind up first half, though. But
Alan, I have 42 messages here. Crap. Shit. What? Was you having a panic attack?
me and
What was going on?
no, I was trying to wind you up. I was sat there laughing.
That's not an excuse anymore. Right, by the way, Iota Face, thank you for $1.99. Again, legend. Thank you so much for your generosity and continued support towards your channel. Good evening, my Blue family. Amazing. Blue Goat smashing it for 11 months as well on the membership. So generous. And so has Lina. You are amazing. I've always said this. You don't have to super chat to have messages written out or read out. We put every message you send up on screen. We may not always read them, but we will always put them on to be shown. 1000%. And don't forget as well, while there's 250 odd people here right now, because you're all legends, give yourself all a bow. Get over there to MC, over there, QR code for a cheeky little manway code, the 10% off at Savage Online Stores. .co.uk for cups, coasters, maybe a little hoodie, anything you want, design on there. Get a picture of Alan on if you want. God knows why you want that. Say that we sent you and you get 10% off with the code MANWAY. Right, lads, let's get into it. I will keep going. Hang on. Alan, your mate's back. Hang on, let me find him.
Who is this guy? Who is he?
Don't know. You've got a fan club, Alan. I still can't make no head. Joe Crawford, good evening. How are you? Lovely to see so many of you tonight. Shadow Vipers in the building. Hello. Martin Chorrick, Martin, the City family are with you. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Where is it? He's here. It might be a she, I don't know. Have you got your family members to writing comments in, Alan?
No, seriously, they don't watch. They don't watch it. It's not a family.
Oh, right. Sorry, we're boring.
No, my mum and dad stay in bed. It's now 7:19. Stay in bed. They have no interest in it. But Dad want to watch the game the day after the match because he can't get up. But that's it.
No, mate. Keep the name. I love it. Keep the name. There it is. He's even got your picture and everything, Alan.
No. I don't know who it is.
Keep it. He is the real king. Anyway, right, let's get into it. How long before we all fall out? Listen, there's no falling out tonight. Who's top of the FPL table? I'm absolutely rock bottom. I need to start giving updates on that. I am awful at it. The person at the top is someone who can't win it. So the person second will win it. Because the person top is my son. They can't win it. The person second will. Right. And now I can hear him bitching in the background. Right. Let's get into it then. Crystal Palace 2, Manchester City 4. I'm going to come to you, Alan.
Yeah.
Because I've been waiting.
We played. No, I thought we played well second half.
No. Hang on. Give me a moment in the sun. Because Rich and Pat are witnesses and everyone else in the chat is. Now, this was your comment 4 days ago. Oh, is it you, Charlie? Right, okay. Well, you'll be winning the prize then. You overtook my son then, so big up. You'll be annoying him. Alan, 5 days ago, do you know that Kevin De Bruyne is getting on? Getting on a bit, you know. I think it's time we start looking at something a bit new, a bit different. Put him on the bench. Okay, Alan. Gundogan's been more influential in his City career than KDB was. Okay, Alan. Go on, Alan. Get out of this one, mate. Get out of this one.
I did not say that. I did not say that. That last bit that you mentioned, that's in your head. Never mentioned that.
Get out of it, Alan. Get out of it because he ran the damn show.
Well, it's about time he did because you've been quiet for 2 games previously. Richard's doing his work. He's looking at his emails. His meetings.
I'm waiting for your moment of wisdom on this.
No, I thought first 20 odd minutes until we scored, we had the occasional lapse in concentration and fell asleep, especially at the back, and especially passing out from the back, where balls were going astray to the opposition. But once they scored, we sort of woke up. So,
which was, to be fair, only 3 minutes in. So,
yeah, no, but Rodri passed it to the opposition about 3 or 4 times in the first 20 minutes. I thought, what's he doing? And he nearly tried to do it when he passed it back to the keeper. I thought, what the hell? But overall, you can't argue the way they played. They played well. They're a tough side to play against, especially there because they're quite a physical, strong team, and they're quick up front. They're big lads. So it was difficult for appearance, but a lot of the difficulties were caused by ourselves at times.
Did you not feel that Pep was trying an experimental team which involved playing with one defender? Because from what I could see, Lewis and Stones were in midfield, or Lewis was on the wing sometimes. Guardiola was the winger, and Diaz was the only one actually defending. And that meant that Rodri almost had to go back and be a centre-back next to Diaz. And Rodri and Diaz aren't our quickest pair, and we're covering too much pitch. So for me, the problem was you can't really, it's probably why Ake plays a lot, because Ake is much more of a natural defender. But you can't really have Lewis, Stones and Guardiola and tell them all to go up and do their thing and then expect to be able to defend a high line against Palace. Because to me, it looked a few times there was Diaz on his own and Rodri trying to get back alongside him because, whilst I thought Lewis had another great game.
Yeah, he
going
did
up.
again.
Yeah,
The Bury lad did well. The Bury lad, or Ratcliffe, I should say.
You can just about get away with 2 players like that, but 3 in the same team. He really needed to tell Gvardiol or Stones, and he kind of did it with Stones a bit, but you've got to stay back. You can't all be going up into playing fancy midfield roles. You do have to have some defence.
Yeah, I thought you were right. I thought you're right. There were times when they lost concentration, when it were a bit sloppy, but it tends to be when they have a quiet period, when they decide to be casual. I think it was their second goal. The commentator said on the TV, City had just been a bit sloppy at the moment, and then literally about 30 seconds after we scored.
Yeah.
And it's right. It's when they go into that lull of being casual, that's when they lose concentration and teams take advantage. And they've done that all season. They have done that all season.
Actually, I remember tweeting at the time Palace scored. I don't reckon this was a good move scoring that early, because scoring that early really focused the players' minds, or the City players' minds.
Oh, yeah.
And the 87 minutes plus 10 minutes injury time to sort it out. I actually reckon that, in a way, that was bad for them scoring so early. If they'd have scored that goal in the 60th minute and held us to 0-0, then there might have been a little more well, not that we panicked particularly, but that might have been seen as, this is going to be another one of those Palace games when they get points
when they come back,
or even coming back against us. But I think because they scored so early, it just focused everyone's minds.
Yeah, I thought, Guardiola was carrying an injury, that's why he went off.
I've had an update on that, which I'll give in a minute.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a knock, and that affected Grealish in the first half. As soon as he put Akanji on, Grealish started playing a lot better, because he was covering him a lot better, and it was
Grealish was outstanding all game, Alan.
Yeah, he was, and he was just better when Akanji was with him, and Grealish looked. Well, he set up a lot of goals, didn't he? Let's be honest.
He was involved in all 4. I'll be straight with you. Pat, I'll come to you on this. I personally think I am with Rich on that. I think Palace scored too early, angered us. Yeah. If you watch when Palace scored, it was all one-way traffic then.
Yep,
it was. It was.
It was. We were setting the tone even before they'd scored the goal. It was just a horrible pass from John Stones, and basically left Diaz and him ambushed and nowhere to go. And but besides that, you can also, you can look at it and say, well, there's every possibility that game could have been 2-2 or 3-3 at halftime. It could have even been 3-1 Palace.
Oh yeah,
because there was just so much, almost kamikaze style sort of attack in a way, just leaving Diaz back there and Rodri, who, my God, was just getting dispossessed every 5 minutes. I don't think I've seen Rodri get dispossessed. I think I've seen Rodri get dispossessed less this season than he did in that entire first half against Palace. Poor passing, just taking balls where he had like Wharton and Hughes basically just ready to absolutely just swarm him.
Yeah, he was playing centre back, not 6/8, because the others were pushing up so high. Rodri was just being forced to go back.
That's what he was just in a position where he just got ambushed all the time.
Did any of you think that it was an interesting discussion I saw actually saying that someone saying that they thought that first goal for Palace, Ederson would have saved that, because Ederson would have been about 10-15 yards further up the pitch, approaching the striker almost at the edge of the area or well outside the area, and that Ortega stays back quite conservatively. Equally, the same person did say that they thought that save Ortega made Ederson would have probably let in. So, but it's just interesting to see how much Ortega kind of stays back in the box rather than going out the way Ederson does, which is both probably a pro and a con, because some people, Ederson goes out and he gets the ball and cleans up, but sometimes he does clean up, an opposition player. But it was just interesting that Ortega stays back much more.
Orthodox, more orthodox, isn't he? When it comes to that.
Good cup.
Mate, I think he played well, but who was the guy that lost the ball in the first when they scored? Who was it lost?
It was Stones.
Yeah.
John Stones was not. You could tell he was just back from injury yesterday.
Yeah. And the guy was quick, and he's a big, strong, quick guy. And once he got on the other side of him, that was it. It was not. It wasn't for being caught, was it? Let's be honest.
I mean, it was a weird one as well. The other day I've got to give Guardiola. He was due back today at the CFA because they were actually training today or light warm down. Light warm down, all went in. Gabadio went in, he scanned him, doing some other stuff. Not overly bad, but likely to be out for Tuesday.
Shit.
The plan for Madrid is that he will. They're going out to Madrid. They'll play Tuesday. They're going to stay over on Tuesday night, come back some point Wednesday, and then they'll prep down and get ready again. Is what I got told. Like I said, there's no guarantee. Not saying he won't. He's not playing. Definitely, I'm just saying that at the moment there's a chance he could be out. Yes.
That's not.
It wasn't Pep trying to play mind games. Is the news I got. Whether
I must admit, I just assumed that Pep would take Stones off at half time and put Akanji on and give them both half a game. And then when Guardiola came off, it was like, I kind of thought that was going to be Stones. Because I doubt he wanted to play Stones 90 minutes and then play him 90 minutes again.
I just need to read these out. Mark Harris, thank you. 1 minute, 1 second. My apologies, mate. Mark Harris, thank you for your gifted 5 Mancunian subs. That is amazing. We are going to draw the winner tonight for March's competition as well for the members. So you will get a mug, coaster, and keyring set for your amazing membership. Plus, we are going to do some extra stuff. I haven't sat down yet. All will be explained towards the end of the show. Massum, thank you for your very generous £5 donation. Would you guys start Stones versus Madrid? We know he might break down again, and we weren't happy with Southgate because we played him twice in a week. A little bit different for me on the Southgate because it was a friendly. There was no need to play two games in a week. We're kind of going to have no choice at this rate. We're kind of going to have no choice because Aki probably out. Guardiola's looking doubtful. Obviously, we'll get more updates tomorrow from Pep and his press conference. So, yeah, I would say Stones is going to play on Tuesday night. There's no other option now. Unless... No, I won't say it. I'm joking. Charlie will kill me if I come out that.
What?
If I come out with what I was about to say, Charlie would absolutely go mental. Akanji will play left back, mate. It'll be Rico. It'll be Akanji who'll probably play right back, left back, probably.
Who's going to play right? Who's going to play right back?
It'll have to be Rico.
It's going to have to be in it.
They're all injured, mate.
Well, it's a bit worrying. It's getting a bit like 2020 when we found up, or at the end of 2020.
Back there again for the rest of the season.
When Madrid beat us, we had, Stones being played when he wasn't fit and going off, and Walker being played when he wasn't fit and going off, and who else was out? I think Laporte was fit. Diaz was out. Yeah.
The only one left was the only one who could play was Laporte, and even then he was playing on one knee.
Yeah, with injections.
So I did get a little update.
He won the league that year.
Edison is fully fit. So I'll take he's in on merit right now.
So I'll play.
He deserves
I'll play
it,
Edison at right back.
Yeah. Yeah. He just kicking money. He just kick.
That's amazing. Yeah, so that's because I did ask that. I said, is Edison still carrying a knock? And he went, nope, fully fit.
Now we just want to see Edison play with right back, don't we?
By the way,
Wait, he's left-footed. He's left-footed. He's got to go left back. He's left-footed.
Great point this by Lynette. Did anyone shit themselves when Ortega did the Cruyff turn?
Yeah.
Because I bet you all went, oh, what's he doing? What's he doing?
I shouted out loud, what the fuck are you doing? Pass me a match. Yeah.
Apologise to people who don't like language in the chat.
I enjoy it turned by a keeper.
Listen, maybe this is the way. This might be the way to get him to sign his contract. Because Jack Gordon did that piece. About it was money, it was about that, and it was also about the opportunities for first team football. So maybe this is his way of doing it.
Well, to be honest with you, I think it's a very bad message to both Edison and Ortega. If you have a situation where Ortega's in the team, he's playing really well, and you just swap him back. Because that's telling Edison, no matter what you do, you're always in the team, which isn't necessarily good. I think Edison sometimes needs to kick up the backside. And it's telling Ortega, no matter what you do, you can be the best goalkeeper in the world, you're going to get dropped if Edison's fit. So, for me, I think Pep hasn't, Pep's doing the right thing. He can't really bring Edison back in until either it's the cup semi-final and he's got a reason, or Ortega deserves to be dropped.
Yeah, Matt Foe's got one. Nunes right back, Alan. No, he's not having that. So, right, anyway, should we talk about Kevin De Bruyne's opening goal? Hello, Daddy.
Fantastic goal.
Naughty. Put him on the naughty step.
Not bad for an old folkery reject. Yeah. Sort of humble, sort of garbage.
He's not bad for
one last parting gift before we stick him out back.
No, we got another parting gift. I've never seen him hit one with his left foot first time, but we'll get back to that in a minute.
I like that second goal more than the first one.
I'm with you, Pat. I liked his second goal better than his first one. Because if I'd have hit it with my left foot as sweet as that,
Phil Foden would be envious of you. We all know that. Yeah.
Everyone knows about Martin's sweet left foot.
Is that going to be your second channel? Is that going to be your second channel, Martin Sweet left foot?
I mean, what the hell? Started a second channel now.
Yeah, Martin Sweet left foot.
Jesus Christ.
Sweet left TV.
Martin's Sweet Left Foot is the Greg's Pasty in a Michelin-starred restaurant.
No, that might be the podcast name next year. Oh,
so you've got the beef Wellington lashes over the top.
Pat, we might name the podcast that.
My Sweet Left Foot.
Oh, yes. Berger, thank you for a 7-month membership. You are a legend. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you didn't know, there are plans. We're going to potentially launch a podcast next season, not run by me. I will have no input and nothing to do with the podcast whatsoever. That's all I'm going to say. You will not hear me on the podcast.
So you're not going on the podcast then?
No. I may be on the very first one. That's about it. But it's up to them who's going to run it. We'll discuss it more as we're going.
Right.
But I am not going to be a contributor on it. No.
Why? Well, what's
I've got me bleeding hands full with this, Alan.
Because we're just going to take the piss out of his sweet left foot the whole time, and he'll get enough.
Yes, thank you. By the way, Charlie,
lady, he'll be.
That is one thing we're going to do.
Listen,
hang on, Alan, one sec. I need, because someone's made a very good point. What we're going to offer, and I'm giving you breaking news here, the major breaking news, because even these didn't even know it. A member, part of the membership for your thing is you will be chosen to come on as a guest at some point on the podcast. That's the only input I will have on it. That's it.
I can't wait to get Fake Alan on. I'm doing a show next week with Fake
Alan. No, hang on. You said you're running it. Tip for brain.
I'll run the Fake Alan show.
Do you know what? It is going to be
the two Allens.
I might as well give it away. It's going to be run by
Allens.
Pat. It's hopefully going to be run by Pat, Rich, and Ozzy on their own.
We'll have the two Allens. Will be our. I'll do that shot. The two show the
and
two.
We'll get
Allens.
it onto Spotify.
We'll have quizzes. 10 questions.
That's the main. The reason
the
is
real Allen answer and the fake Allen answer.
Pat was from an amazing podcast, and also I think Pat would be very good at running it alongside Rich and Ozzy. Rich and Ozzy need, because they are co-owners of the channel, they need to have their own bite of the cherry as well. I think it's not. By the way, that doesn't mean they're going from YouTube. They're still going to be here. They're just going to branch out and give their own little independent viewpoints as well, without me, who annoys people and doesn't give anyone else allowed their opinions.
And Pat, the beauty is we know that we'll just say one little thing to wind up Martin. They'll be trying to
No, because it's going to be recorded. No.
You know what it is, Rich? All these shows will flow out to 3 hours. We'll be forced to timestamp at 45 minutes, saying the podcast actually starts now because we spent the first 45 minutes bickering about what was said on the previous podcast about Martin.
Yeah.
No, that's false. It will be recorded.
We'll have one, the real future of FFP.
I'm not doing a podcast live without Alan. You're banned off the podcast. You're mine. You're in my protection bubble. You're staying with me on here.
When are we going to do? When are we going to do a me and you rant like we used to do
next
in the old
season?
Channel,
Next season. I know. Bloody hell! Can we finish this game? We're going into what's coming next season here.
Yeah.
There will be a Martin and Alan show next season.
Martin, Alan's already written off this season, so he is.
We've written it off. We've not frigging written it off. There will be a Martin and Alan show next season as well. Anyway,
that's
right.
By the
way, one thing we haven't talked about was anyone majorly surprised, Pat, Oscar Bob? Because I thought Docu was amazing against Villa, best game of his season. Believe it or not, some will say Bournemouth, but I thought his overall round game, his best game was Villa. Was you surprised he was then? And I'm not even going to say rested. I'm not doing the rested part. Andy will kill me if he's in the comments. But you can't be dropped for 3 games and then come in and then dropped again. He was dropped. Was you surprised?
He was a little bit surprised. A little bit surprised, but when
I'm sure I said Pat.
Yep.
Yeah, but he wasn't dropped.
Yes, he was.
I was a little bit surprised to see Oscar Bob, but then one thing I certainly pay attention to is when Oscar Bob plays is there a chance Rico could play with him? Because when those two do play together, I do like their link up, and they proved that to me in that first half.
Yeah, I did. I agree.
Docu, I always feel more comfortable when he's playing. Probably not necessarily when he's playing at home, but I do like when he has the space. He has that little bit more of a luxury of a bigger ground as well. Because I've said before, when we play in smaller grounds, we do, regardless of injuries or anything, we do tend to basically play. We're more likely to play back three. So for me, I just think on a bigger ground, I just think Docu does have a little bit more space and a bit more free roam. Oscar Bob and Rico Lewis when I look back on it now, made perfect sense just because they were able to pass between the lines. And again, their link-up play was absolutely fantastic. So I think the reason we didn't see Docu was because of our 2 academy prospects, who've come through the system. I thought they were fantastic.
I think it's because the intent up till probably Gvardiol getting injured, I think the intent was that Doku plays in Madrid, and he was resting 4 or 5 players for Madrid because Madrid have played. We've played 3 games since Madrid. Or we'll have played 3 games after Madrid played their last game before this game. So we are, we are fitness. I'm not sure whether he wants Lewis and Doku. I think he probably wanted a Kanji and Doku and maybe Bernardo going into the midfield.
If Doku plays against Madrid, who's going to do the covering for if Rico's playing on the right side?
Calm down, Pep. Yeah. Calm down, Pep. You'll sort that out on Tuesday. I wouldn't
like Rico left on his own. I wouldn't like Rico left on his own against who.
No, I think probably now it will be I think Docky probably won't play now because if it's Rico, I think he'll go Bernardo on the right, Grealish, and he's going to try Foden and De Bruyne in midfield, or we might even see De Bruyne not start at Madrid.
I'll behave, Rich. I'm not having that.
Possible.
I had this debate. I don't know where anyone's come up with this.
Well, I think the reason I come up with it is that Foden and De Bruyne play their best when the other one isn't playing. Now,
playing together. Hang on, no, Rich, I'm going to call you out on this. And Powder Oaks, before you get really triggered now, this is no argument. These were KDB's comments. Alvarez can play with me, why can't Phil?
Because Alvarez he's the Mark Bright to the Ian Wright, or he's the Firmino
Alvarez
to the Salah. It's not about stealing.
Casper the Ghost.
Both Foden and Kevin De Bruyne are conductors, and Alvarez isn't. Alvarez is someone who is happy to, his brilliance is being a brilliant second fiddle. His brilliance, why Argentina won the World Cup, is that Alvarez went and did all Messi's work for him and his own, and leaving Messi free just to have the big moments but not have to use his legs. And I think Alvarez does that great for De Bruyne, but Foden isn't that kind of player. Foden's a conductor. He's the heart of the team, the same way as De Bruyne is. And so, it's interesting because if we play in the middle, Foden and De Bruyne, we're quite exposed in midfield for Madrid with the injuries we've got. So do we play Foden on the left and then you drop Grealish? And Grealish has looked really solid since he's come back. Do you play Foden on the right? In which case, then maybe you play Bernardo in midfield. I don't know. I just think there's a few dilemmas that Pep's got for Tuesday.
I don't mean to be rude, Rich. Let's try and stick to Palace, then we'll slide go to Madrid a little bit.
No, but Palace highlighted to me how good De Bruyne looked, like he did against Luton when Foden's not playing. And then a few days ago, Foden plays, gets 2 games Foden's played and got a hat-trick. Recently, the games De Bruyne's not played. And to me, that shows that at the moment, we haven't got them playing in midfield together well. You have to put Foden out on the right or left to accommodate De Bruyne. And then De Bruyne's doesn't seem to be quite as good because he doesn't take quite as much responsibility, and Foden's a bit wasted. And we haven't figured it out. I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying so far I haven't seen evidence of them really making it work.
Yeah, I look at it. Listen, I don't think Oscar Bob played very well. Pardo made a good part of those link-up play. Rico was very good. You can tell those two come out of the academy with the way they link up. Don't think they overly played a lot together because I think Bob's older than him by quite some margin. We forget.
He only played one season, didn't he?
Yeah, Rico's literally, we forget, Rico's jumped a generation. He jumps it to get in. The only thing I'm always, I listen, this is my air of caution of it. And I said this on other shows yesterday of, I do think as fans, we have to be a little bit cautious a little bit because we are getting into a little bit of an era of Rico Lewis is now undroppable. When the last time he played before Arsenal, nobody was saying that. Everyone was saying, oh, he needs to go to the gym, he needs to bulk up, he needs this, he needs that.
He's a tough lad, though.
No, Alan, I agree. But you're not good. I'm a bit, why are we suddenly ready for jumping half our top squad out the door for these youngsters?
I don't think we are. I don't think.
I've seen a few bench stones.
We need 2 right back. We're nearly out of defenders now. So clearly we couldn't manage on many fewer defenders than we have. And to me, Walker has played too much this season for his age, and it's only going to get the same next season. So at right back, we need 30 games from another right back apart from Walker in a season.
No, Mitch, I agree with that. I'm saying Isn't it weird though, as a fan base though, we've suddenly flip-flopped on players.
That's just humanity, bloody flip-floppers.
Like Alan. Alan's
Alan, you are one of the greatest flip-floppers ever. You've written off
no,
most.
I figured Alan out. No, I figured him out.
Ever.
I told Elliot tonight on a stream on a space. I figured Alan out. Alan follows the media. So what Alan does is, look, Alan, let me explain. Alan comes out with what the media have said after the game and the next day or two. And then if you notice, he starts going that way. So then what happens is, because on Sunday, Keane and a few others were coming out. Haaland's a League 2 player and blah, blah, blah. And then we did a space 2 days later. Alan rocks up. I think Roy Keane's bang on the money, you know. What? Where's that come from, Alan? What Alan is favourite at the time. I figured that one out. It's all been figured out. I'm telling you now, if Roy Keane had done a show on Saturday and said Rico Lewis wasn't quite ready, he needs to bulk up a bit, this, that, and the other, promise you, Alan would say, he needs to bulk up a bit though, that Rico. I know what he does. I figured it.
It's not.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, our legend. Honestly, mate, your continued generosity on this channel is amazing. Thank you so much.
Martin, I think you've got Alan wrong. Alan is just your classic old 1970s main stand, main road moaner.
Oh, don't call main stand. I sat in there for a bit.
Yeah, but Alan is but the best moaners were in the main stand. So Alan's just your classic old main stand, main road moaner who would have sat there in the cold with his Bovril, moaning that his Bovril isn't quite right, moaning about the game, moaning about players who aren't even playing. It's just, it's just nostalgia.
Just well,
now he's talking to himself like an old main
should
stand.
Talk about that League 2 striker who's now scored 30 goals this season.
Look, listen. All I said.
I'm just going to stay quiet now for Alan.
Listen, I did sit in the main stand. You're quite right there, Pat. Quite there, Richard. When the Kipax was closed down, they moved people around on the Platt Lane. They moved into the main stand, and I sat in there and had my season ticket moved to there. And I was third row from the back, right in front of Ian Cheeseman, and it was and I was there for a few years before they disappeared from there to the airport.
Did you just name drop?
Did I?
Well, hardly.
Yeah, hardly.
No, I was sat just in front of Ian Cheeseman.
Yeah,
I mean, if we're doing that, if you all want to go on last week's Forever Blue podcast, I was on it.
Yeah, I know you were.
Bragging about
Listen, I know you were.
Alan, I love that. I love the hypocrisy there. Martin uses you name dropping to then name drop. That's just shameless. Shameless.
I'm not
sure it's Martin Allen show.
He needs to improve his off the ball stuff and being able to link play better. He's still not 100% on that. He's a great goal scorer, but like I just said, he's not the best at laying off the ball. He's not.
He got a bit crucified, Haaland, on social media. Actually, there's a footage of them doing, is it the rondo or whatever they call it, where they keep the ball before the game and they're all doing it, and every time it comes to Haaland it bounces off his shin, or he gives it to the guys in the bibs, or passes it out of the square, and all the other players are doing it absolutely perfectly, and it does look a bit like Martin's sweet left foot.
We are so copyrighting that name. It's happening. It's happening.
Next time one of us is in Manchester, I reckon we take a football and Martin down to Platt Fields, and we just record a live video of Martin taking free kicks with his left foot from various.
I'm pretty sure his left shoe. I'm pretty sure his left shoe is bigger than his right. I think he wears different size shoes.
Anyway, so yeah, Erling Haaland got on the old cheeky little score sheet as well. He did miss a one-on-one, which loved, by the way. What a through ball from Kevin De Bruyne. I had the needle stuff. Again, not bad.
If only Haaland had a right foot and slotted it past him. Instead, he tried to get it onto his left foot. That's where he cocked up.
Oh, have you heard the world's greatest ever striker down here having a go about bloody Haaland's technique? Oh,
If anyone knows anything about sweet left foot, but
he opened his body up. He hit it. It was a good save, Alan.
But if he'd have hit it with his right foot earlier, he would have scored. Simple.
Hang on a minute. Me auntie had a set of bollocks. She'd be my uncle.
I've stopped copying the Scouser from Liverpool.
All right, then. If me auntie had a wheel, she'd be a bike. Yeah. What more do you want? It's only put some bloody babies in.
You don't want to go on live things and call your auntie a bike. That is just wrong. I apologise to all aunties on this show. Mike didn't say that, and any relatives, please ignore.
Yeah.
You leaving my friend alone. Your friend is talking about his friend's bumhole at the moment. Good idea, Rich. Top bin Sir Martin. I'd be in hospital, mate. Right, anyway, anyone? Haaland, Pat, anyone? Are we selling him? Real Madrid, should we negotiate on Tuesday night?
I'll stick him out back or yellow.
If they offer $1 billion, I'd sell him.
But that wouldn't work under Spanish FFP laws.
Yeah. We're playing Real Madrid, not going to the Saudi Pro League, Alan. Wrong league, mate.
I think it's all stuff. And I actually think that Haaland would have been really suited by the Villa game, but we need to rest players. And what really matters now is whether, and it'll be interesting to see, is that Haaland, for me, we got him to peak very early last year, and by the end of the season, he was a bit run off his feet and knackered. And I'm just wondering if what we're seeing this year is Haaland getting his timing in line with what City normally do, and we're actually going to see the best of Haaland at the end of the season, instead of last season where we probably saw the worst of Haaland at the end of it because he just got a bit knackered. Yeah, I've only just come down off a high, Charlie, from Chris Wood today. It wasn't just a tapping, it was an elite tapping. I mean, it was up there with the best tappers ever. And the mighty Chris Wood. We've got to get Chris Wood on this show, actually. Or if not, on the podcast.
Are you footing the bill for that?
The Chris Wood show. I know Chris Wood realised that his #1 fan club was here. He would come up.
He's already asked for a signed boot from you, mate, and only one in particular.
Yeah. That's sweet left foot.
Yeah.
So, AR, FIFA's got a comment for you. Would you take Jesus back, Alan?
Oh,
he's actually being serious with it as well.
No.
Would you take Joe back?
Joe who?
Joe.
Joe who? The Brazilian. The fake Brazilian. I thought he was good. No, thank you.
Take care, Mark.
See you, Mark.
I love the way FIFA's dropped one in, and Alan's actually going really serious with the thinking behind it. Would they have Gabby back? You know
Joe back. Barry Conlon.
I don't think
Alan Kernigan at the back.
Anyway, right, no, because I'm going to get told off for being Chelsea. As Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans don't even want Jesus. That's actually listen. I don't like to be the person saying "we told you so." Well, we told you so. Anyway, I'd say Jesus back. Yeah, we could do with a quicker ball boy.
Actually, last time I saw him play live, he scored like 4 or 5 goals.
Hey, I watched him play live last week, and he couldn't hit a cow's ass with the banjo, Rich.
Yeah.
Did you see him against Brighton? Couldn't hit a cow's ass with the banjo.
Yeah, but Arsenal doesn't get the ball over the halfway.
He just doesn't have that sweet left foot like Chris Wood.
By the way, Rich, just on your Jeremy Doku was rested and not dropped. He played 80 minutes against Villa, 29 minutes against Arsenal, 21 minutes against Liverpool, 27 minutes against Bournemouth, 29 minutes against Brentford. Piss off, he was not dropped. He doesn't need to be rested. He's not played football to be rested for.
I think I also think it's the combination. I think Bob needs games as well. But I think originally he was probably in mind that, I think it's not going to happen. I think, ultimately, if you play Doku, you kind of need. I'm just not sure I'd want Walker and Doku on one side in a really tough game defensively. So,
should we talk about the amazing fourth goal, which I actually think, because we are going to talk about a very special someone who I've given man of the match to, but for some weird reason, some have disagreed, some haven't. The fourth goal. Do you want to talk about the Rico Lewis? By the way, has Rico now officially got that goal? I forgot to mention the Rico goal. Jesus. Has he now got that goal? Because I know Grealish hasn't got the assist because he took a nick.
What?
Yeah, Grealish has got no assist in that game.
Wankers.
Grealish has got no assist in the whole game.
No, as far as I can see, it's still awarded to Rico Lewis.
Well, it's obviously the red cartel decided on what goes on in the Premier League again.
Allegedly. Anyway, let's go back to the KDB. Because, by the way, we're going to talk about sweet left foots. Hello. I didn't know he could hit that like that with his left foot like that.
Well, he did a left foot screamer against Leicester a few years ago from about 25 yards, if you remember.
Thought you hated him, so why would you remember that?
Well, mate, I do remember it. Scoring a goal at Leicester with his left foot, and he smashed it in.
Well, all I could say is, Rich, it's just textbook, out of the training ground, like left foot strike. Like the only other place I could possibly think of that he would have learned something from that is maybe from listening to a few YouTubers who, specialize in, sweet strikes with their left foot.
I've heard that Kevin De Bruyne's been seen out of the back of Costa Coffee in various places like Failsworth and Oldham and stuff like that.
That's it, Rich. Just tell everyone, man.
He's doing TPUs with just one foot on, so we know which foot it's on.
Yeah, he's been seen huddling out the back of Costa talking to someone in a hoodie with hoodie.
I don't live in Oldham.
Learning about his left foot.
You do live in Oldham.
He's not going to come and meet you somewhere obvious. So, and he's been getting coaching about his left foot from some mystery figure who's renowned throughout the Northwest for their left foot. Some might say a left footer.
I mean, I must admit, it did take me back to my younger days. Younger days when I used to hit him like that myself.
What, hanging around in the Costa car park?
No, there was no Costa back then.
There
was no Costa back then, Rich. You'd know it if you'd have stuck around in your own country instead of deserting it. Anyway,
whoa, that's personal.
Actually, Martin, I've actually met the original Costa brothers and been in there.
Rich, I don't have shares in it.
Warehouse.
I don't have shares in it.
You're missing a trick there, aren't you, Martin? I think you've put a few of their execs' kids through college.
I'm not saying he has. He's not renowned for his left foot finishes, is my point. We're having to go back a few years and seasons to find the left foot ones. No, but my man of the match was quite simply, for me, Jack Grealish. Thought it was phenomenal. He was involved in every single thing. There is no coincidence that Grealish has come back to the party and we've bagged 8 goals in 2 games.
Yep. And can I just say something too? His performance this weekend, I remember saying to a few of the guys when we left the pub, So I can't wait now for this Jack Grealish to go to war again, or for his little battle again with Carvajal when we play Real Madrid, because that is always probably that's become probably one of the best battles in the recent years that we've played Real Madrid, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah,
the
best thing is that we went back to being favourites for the Premier League this weekend. We've been favourites nearly the entire season, and the last 2 weeks, Liverpool overtook us in favouritism, but Liverpool not winning today has put City back in as favourites. And you have got effectively like City a 6-4, Arsenal a 7-4, and Liverpool a 2-1 or 9-4. I mean, it's just incredible the closeness of a league going in with 7 games to go, to have 3 teams. And I actually, think that it's going to be really interesting, I think, this week to see, I can't call them the pride of Germany this year, but Bayern Munich and Real Madrid going up against City and Arsenal, to see how they're stacking up, how the Premier League's stacking up against these other leagues.
Yeah.
Although I must admit, I would rather we don't have Arsenal in the semi-final. I just think that would just be too hyped, too big, too dramatic.
Yeah, Rich, I still think Bayern Munich, I think they still have something left in the tank for Champions League. And the thing is, Arsenal have been away from this stage of the competition for so many years and still haven't won the competition. We've always got to remember that too. But they need to take a leaf out of what we did last season, where we decided to go and do it our own way, win it our own way. And that's what they need to do. They need to create their own sort of European status or European statement. It's like, if you want to win this competition, you have to go out and perform better than what you've done in the league, or perform in a way that we just haven't seen an Arsenal team do since Henry, since Bergkamp. Even try and go a step further than that, because they came close, but didn't get the final goal. So you can talk about Bayern were terrible in that second half against the Heidenheim at the weekend. They deserve to lose, to be honest. But you wonder if they're putting all their eggs in the Champions League basket, because Tommy Tuchel came out midweek last week and just basically said, the title's Leverkusen.
Yeah, no, they conceded. So they obviously.
Yeah, and they proved that on the weekend. But look, I think
they've got a certain striker who's not going to be remotely interested in giving Arsenal anything.
No, not at all.
Just while we're here, let's talk about the elephant in the room, and I don't mean me. United, Alan, please now be sensible on this part. United got a 2-2 against Liverpool. They were 2-1 up. Now, I did say, my prediction, that there will be twists and turns within this whole little title race that was coming through. Now, Arsenal are currently top, 31, 22-1, drawn 5, lost 4, 71 points, goal difference 51. Liverpool, 31 games played, 21, drawn 8, lost 2, goal difference of 42, points 71. Manchester City played 31, won 21, drawn 7, lost 3, scored 71, conceded 31. So we've only conceded one more than Liverpool, and only 7 more against the best defense in Europe. 70 points. There is 1 point in it with 21 to play for. Why I said it was never over. I honestly think we win this title.
It's interesting. Arsenal have got the hardest games. Like they've got, for them, they've got a lot of, they've got to go to Spurs and United away, and both Spurs and United hate Arsenal, so they're obviously going to be big, hard games, as much as we take the piss out of United. And then they've got teams like Chelsea and Villa at home who are very capable of picking them off, so, and they've got to go to Wolves. So I don't know. For me, Arsenal look like they've just got a bit of a tricky running compared to us or Liverpool. There's not many games that I look at Arsenal and think that game's in the bag. That game's 3 points. Most of them look to me, look tricky. And I think, I do want to have actually probably a minute's silence. It was horrible. I watched the Arsenal game, and it was genuinely horrible to see the vicious, awful assault on Ben White. And, thankfully,
that was
paramedics managed to save his life. And I do think we should have
was Rice doing?
Thank the paramedics for that.
But he doesn't even touch him around the neck, and he goes around holding his neck.
The Premier League, forget all this fair play and stuff. The Premier League needs to come out and ban him for 20 games. They need to come out. It was absolutely it was the most disgusting. You know what was worst about that? He was doing that against people who were his old teammates, and some of whom supposed to be his friends. And that for whatever happens this season, even like some of the awful Pogmold decisions, etc. The low point of this season is going to be Ben White against Brighton, and the Premier League needs to come down. And even the worst of Salah and Bruno isn't half what Ben White did. Just absolutely disgusting.
Okay, just to play devil's advocate.
Over.
Did we get away with one at Palace penalty wise?
Bit harsh, because he did dive on the floor, mate.
Are you talking about the one in the first half, like late in the first half? Yeah, he was already going down before Josko touched him.
Yeah,
I've seen him give him. I won't lie.
I think that's fair. They get, if that was against us, we'd probably be like, that's a penalty.
That's my point. Do you know the way I was putting it? How would I be if that was on the other end? I'd have been going shit-faced crazy. That was a penalty.
But it was, if it was a very soft one, and it probably wasn't.
There's nothing in the rule book that says it has to be a leg breaker, Rich, to get a penalty.
Yeah, but
I don't get this soft one stuff. When does that become a rule? Too soft.
When you're going down and you're looking for one, it's contributory negligence, in my view, and should be treated as such.
No. Pat?
And that's true about VVD as well. When he gets
sending you
what Rodri does,
you want a private DM combo with DC here? Come on.
He does exactly what Rodri does, and Rodri gets sent off for earlier this season, and VVD doesn't even get a bloody booking.
No, see, a lot of people are saying no, never a pen. FIFA agrees.
But you have seen him go to the VAR.
Well,
I mean, United and Liverpool had one earlier. Did you see that? Man, did you see the one earlier where Luis Diaz could have scored late on for Liverpool, and Robertson's just sort of like pushed himself into Anthony to get a header in, and it's like and the commentary did say it'd be interested to see if they bring that back if it went in, because it kind of looked like Anthony did go down a bit soft, but Robertson just was all over him, was going to dominate the header.
Yeah, no, I have asked for an update on Gabardel. I'm still waiting. So anything does come through,
we could do with him to play a bit. I'll be honest with you, I don't fancy Rico being that age against Vinicius Junior, because that'll be hard for him. Really
I think you've got Rico no matter what, mate.
If Rico, honestly, Alan, if Rico plays and then we've got Bernardo playing, in a way that can help him out.
Well, Bernardo has to play on the right. Bernardo has to play on the right because of Junior risk of he has to.
Why are you thinking Bernardo's going to turn up for this game, Alan?
Well, he does for big ones. He always has done.
Yeah.
Man, name me a big one he's turned up for this season.
But we haven't had to play many big games yet this season.
Yeah. Mate, don't come to you've got an agenda against Bernardo. You've had an agenda against
Blue out. You say Alan likes a nibble.
He's like
don't you start slagging off Bernardo.
Yeah. He's like Paul Digoff. He starts playing in April.
Cheerio, cheerio, cheerio.
He's not going.
I've gone
He's
really
not going.
slow there.
No, he's not going. Stop it. He's not going.
Alan's going to the airport and stopping him going out the country. You are not leaving, even on holiday. You'll stay here.
Right. Huge problem we're going to have when he goes.
I'll be devastated. When he goes.
I will give you an update. Someone did tell me they think Lucas Paqueta is done. Obviously not.
I hope. Well, for a start, I hope Núñez goes the other way because Watford Phillips is not going there, is he?
The Kyle Walker news I got was he thinks he can play. City aren't sure.
Who told you that?
Well, Pep said it all about Walker the other day. He basically
why does Alan do this live on air? Does the guy not learn?
Pep was asked about Walker, and he just said that Walker's basically an injury freak, and he's always ready about 3 times faster than anyone else.
Pep said the same thing about Vinny too.
FIFA, it's happening.
It's not. And I've worked out who my fake Alan account is. I won't tell you.
Is it who I think it is?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was. Hello, Alex. Suddenly everyone's just stopped the humour now. I had a feeling it was Alex.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. So that's 2 Allens with no ball knowledge.
No, I don't think it is Alex. Don't speak about it quietly.
You just said it was Alex.
No, I didn't. I think it's somebody else that you know very well, Martin. He's a friend of yours. He's actually a friend.
Is it?
The man
hang on a minute. The person you just started outing on the channel.
I just think it's him.
The person you just outed out on the channel.
He came on just after Costa closed.
Yeah.
So you're probably right. He's served the last customer, closed the hatch.
No, or is it Ander? Is it Ander?
Could be.
Is it Ander?
No, it begins with. I think it's Elliot.
Don't know who Elliot is.
Okay.
Anyway,
he's been on here.
It's probably right.
Should we move on? Right, listen.
In the left foot.
I haven't heard anything. Like I said, if I hear anything on Gabardio, I shall let you know. Hopefully, he is all right and he can play Tuesday, which will be amazing. Yeah, and Andy was in the chat as well. Saying that, Charlie, people. Anyway, whoever you are, hello. If you're not Alex, hello. If you are Alex, hello. If you are whoever you are, hello. Right. Anyway,
this is our radio producer Pat, who will organise.
I'm going to go round very quickly. Do you think we'll win the title this year?
Yeah, I'm confident.
Go on, lad. Rich, are we winning the title this year?
I've never wavered for a second.
Go on, lad. Misery Guts, are we winning the title this year?
50-50.
That's most things, isn't it?
I like that.
No, mate, I just think...
Alan,
hang on. We are competing against 2 other teams that are above us at the moment.
Yes, they are. But Alan, they have harder runnings. But Arsenal, give them credit, are playing wonderful football. We'll give them the credit.
They are playing very good.
The benefit Arsenal have is they might have the tougher draws.
Underdog tag at the moment.
Yeah, they might have the tougher running, but they've got the best defence right now. So that's the benefit they have.
And they've got a very good goal difference compared to us. That's the other thing.
I've always told you this won't go to goal difference. This is going to points. Alan, yes or no, will we win the league? If not, where are we finishing?
Well, we'll definitely finish top 3, but I'm not sure. We win every game. If we win every game and don't win it, then we can't do any more.
Are you a politician?
Yes.
Should be. Right, anyway, so that concludes. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the membership giveaway, and then I will make the announcement of what is going to happen moving forward for I say foreseeable week or two. There is going to be a Twitter space at 11:30. That will be the last one for a little while as well. Not a little, I say a little while, a week or two. I'm just going to get the membership. The lads are going to stay with us because they're going to be here for the announcement. I want to say, if you are here and you have not hit that thumbs up yet, please smash that thumbs up. We have had nearly 900 people watching tonight. We've currently got, and I will just let you all know, currently got over 100 people live on Twitter as well, which is amazing. Thank you so much. Might try and do that again. Won't be every time, but we'll try and do it sometimes. But I'm just going to go into our channel, go into the membership, and I will tell you what numbers we need to go to, because the membership has grown thanks to all your superb donations. They have been so, so good. We have currently got all of our members. We've got 183 members. So I now need to change the whole thing around to 183. Okay. Are you ready? There we go. So there it is. Good luck.
Good luck, everyone. 158.
158. Right, 158, which is I will tell you now who that is. So we've got 100 there. We'll go to the next page. So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You can talk while I'm doing this. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
37.
Richard.
3, 5, 6,
38, 40,
7,
62, 75, 28, 1, 7, 25, 35, 45, 65, 75.
Right. Michael Bucknell. Michael Bucknell, you have won the March competition for the membership of the giveaway. So what I will now like you to do, you can email us at, someone got me on in the background, mancunianway894@gmail.com. Give us your details. I will get you in touch with Andy over at 9220 Podcast for you to get your prizes. So big up.
Repeat that email address, Martin, because you said it very quickly.
It's also on screen, Alan. Mancunianway1894@gmail.com. Mancunianway1894@gmail.com. Right, so thank you all for the people. Mark has jumped in. Have I done that one? Mark, no, I thought Mark had thrown more. I was going to say, do that. Right, congratulations to Michael. Right, I'm going to throw out the announcement now. I'm just going to take the rolling bar off of this. I didn't mention anything about Joe Kinnear for a reason. Joe Kinnear has sadly passed away tonight, of his battle with dementia. People know my father has got the awful disease as well. He has taken a turn for the worse. So I'm going to be having a little bit of time off while we may have to look at care homes and may have to look at different things now. I need to have a week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I will be back. I'm not disappearing forever. Just a few days. I'm not going to be on any shows whatsoever. I've told everyone through footy judge Mo to LB. I will not be here. I will not even be here for Madrid. I will set the streams up, but I will not be on them. I am hoping, and I have spoke to them privately, that they can step in on Thursday shows, hopefully on the Tuesday night, whoever, even if it's just one person, will come on. But I will not be here. So the comments will try and get up again. I will still be in the background because I have to start them and end them, but I need to be with my family right now. He's spent the last few days in bed, not moving. He's lost over 2 stone in weight. Won't take his meds, won't eat. And then he got taken into hospital. I should have been going to Crystal Palace. I had a ticket. Got taken into hospital on whenever it was the other night. Back out, but we don't know. The things are going to change, and I just need to be there for my mother at the minute, who has Alzheimer's as well, but she's at a different stage with it. So it's not a goodbye. I'm not disappearing. I will be back before the end of the season. I just need to have a few days, a week or so. I was getting very edgy on streams anyway. I don't know if anyone noticed that. I just kept it very quiet. I apologized if people thought I was being an asshole. I wasn't. This was my release. It stopped being a release because that was just 24/7 on my mind. So I apologize to anyone who thought I was being an asshole. I wasn't. I was venting. I have spoke with people privately. Andy has helped me a lot privately. So yeah, I will be back before the end of the season, but for the first leg of Madrid and for Thursday night, and probably into the weekend, you won't see me. But I'm entrusting everyone who is around the amazing network. Like I said, it's not just your channel. Rich and Ozzy are also part of this. Pat is as well. Alan is. Everyone is. So everyone is going to be there. So yeah, I just wanted to be honest with you. It's why I avoided the joking here stuff. Wasn't trying to be an asshole, wasn't trying to be nasty, I wasn't trying to be inconsiderate. It's too close to home. Right now, too close to home. I am going to do a Twitter space in about 10 minutes. It will be the final one for a bit, but I promised I would do one, so there will be a Twitter space. That is it. Then it'll be for about an hour or so, and then that is it for about a week or two. But the channel, hopefully, so we don't see something on the channel, don't worry. We're not ending. We just it might be because Pat, Rich, or Ozzy, someone's not available. But we'll work it out between us. So there you go. But don't worry, I will soldier through. That's what this job's all about. So there you go. Thank you. I'm going to put some of you put some amazing comments, and I'll just get upset if I put them up. But you've all done what you need to do.
Stay strong, Martin.
No, well, don't worry, Rich.
We'll do what we need to do.
What I'll do is I'll set all the streams up and get them going live. They're just gonna run them, and then they'll message me there. I'm still gonna be there. I'm not disappearing. I'm just,
rest in peace, Joe Kinnear, legend. Ex-Wimbledon manager.
I didn't know he had dementia. Or I didn't actually.
Yeah, I had no idea he was sick, and he's a legend. What he did at Wimbledon was sensational.
Yeah, and our thoughts are with you, Martin. We'll do what we need to do.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know Andy and others will step in. I know I'm going to get a message off Andy in the next 2 days. I'll help as well. I know I will. Thank you all so much. Like I said, it's not just about me, it's about the channel and this lot. I'm only a piece of the channel. Pat, Rich, Ozzy, they're all as important. But the channel's nothing without you legends in the chat anyway. And then we've got our little... Alan's like our little pet dog. You know when you have a pet dog?
With rabies.
That just sits at you, like, you know. That's our Alan. Alan can be an arsehole. He's our arsehole. Thank you all so much. I do. I will be back before the end, I promise you. So yeah, I wanted to do it now because if I do it when we're losing, people are going to think I'm doing a get out. Trust me, that's been said. Some people have some very weird stuff. Rich is going to introduce a new show called Talking Like Dogs.
Talking like dogs.
Right.
You're gonna bring your dog.
I'm going to be pretty busy with my Martin Sweet Left Foot and the 2 Allen shows.
Yeah, you'll have your dog pod. Martin will have his. Will be a cock a leg and my sweet left foot.
Yeah, tell your sweet left foot.
It'll be like one of those radio comedies, won't it? We'll just have, or TV comedies. We'll have like 3 Allens. One's the real Allen, 2 are fake Allens, and they'll all say an Allenism, and then we'll get guests on, and they've got to guess which is the real Allen and which are the 2 fake Allens.
I think, Rich, I'll have to get a soundboard too, so it'll just make it sound like a breakfast radio over in Florida somewhere.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, a massive thank you. Come over to Horsey City over on Twitter. If you are watching on Twitter, we are going to do a Manchester City space.
What time?
In about 5-10 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So take care, all. Smash that
care.
thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and I'll leave you in the capable hands of this lot. Jesus. There won't be a channel when we come back. If Alan's on it, we'll be off air.
Whoa.
Right, Alan, next week's topic is going to be Scousers. So we're going to
do it. Can we slag them off for an hour?
Bye.
Good night, everyone.